gets all the way around. It makes getting a car in and out, but you know, if you never finish a project, you never have to move it, right? Just saying. Alright, so we're in the garage, we got a big box, and we're still kind of working on this thing. So we went and ordered the extended fenders for it. So after riding and doing a little bit, I wanted a little more protection for what throws up the machine here. So we went and ordered them. So we are now in the middle of the evening. Gonna throw some of these on. We're still in the middle of working on the repairs, as you've seen over here. So we just got our fender in, we're still waiting on that piece. They sent us the wrong one. Company sent us the wrong one. Outfit out of Michigan. I'm not gonna say their name because I'm gonna be better than that. And then basically spent all weekend not talking to us, then told us, yeah, that's our bad, we sent you the wrong one. Send it back, we don't have the right one though, so sorry about your luck. Basically what they told me. So I had to order from someone else, they're going to return it. It's a big pain in my ass. So, that's not going to be completely done, but we are going to get into this. So we got the eBay cheapo knockoff, I'll put, you know, Amazon, I think. Fender, flare, things, mabobbers, whatever. So, we're going to go ahead and get this all opened up and laid out, and I figure out what the hell I got to do. I know I got to drill a bunch of holes. Nice thing about this is I can figure out exactly what size drill bit I want to use because I have a fender right here that I can drill holes in that I don't give a shit about. Yay! So, be doing all kinds of cool experiments with this. Alright, so I got the first fender on, and I gotta say, the cheapo fenders went on real nice. Now, there's a bunch of bad reviews about the hardware, but I think there's two things on that. One, people are sending it with their little impact guns too hard. You gotta go nice and slow. Two, you gotta pre-drill it. And three, you need to pre-drill it in the angle that the fender itself is orientated in. Because where this bolt, its plane that it's bolted into, doesn't line up with this right there. It's a different angle, as you can see there. Which means if you go in and drill this hole, like right here, if you drill this hole right there at the angle that that panel is right there, you'll end up drilling out the side of the hole. It won't drill down the column that's the reinforcement for the screw to bite into. So you almost need to mount the fender on, hold it up, drill your first hole, and then drill them as you go. And that's how I did it. So I just mounted the first hole, and I learned that the hard way. Well, not really, because I learned it messing around with this panel. And this is where you can see what I'm talking about. You'll notice those go on a downward angle, but the panel out here doesn't. So they don't necessarily go the same direction with the paneling here, but they do all go the same direction with themselves. So once you get the angle right, you'll be fine. So, all right, going pretty good. I'll show you some more once I get some more done. All right, so we got the fenders all on, and realistically, for how cheap they were and what they, you know, how they went on, it went really well. The screws I know are garbage from what everyone says, so I just took it easy with them. Didn't go crazy, and I didn't have any issues. None snapped, none even got crazy. You don't understand how you guys are snapping these off. But I pre-drilled all of the holes. I did find out after that one side, I just started drilling just the tip into the holes with the fenders off. It was just easier to zip the holes in. You just got to kind of be careful how you start them so you don't start them in the wrong direction kind of deal. But came out awesome, man. I love the extra room. Makes me wish, I don't know, part of me wishes we had the bigger wheels or suspension to fill out, you know, that big booty Judy you got there. But the other part of me goes, that's going to keep the shit off of the side of the rig when I'm throwing stuff, which is what I really want. We've been having some issues with throwing rocks and whatnot with these tires, so pretty stoked with how that came out. But yeah, that's a quick little install. I mean, really not much to it. It's self-explanatory, man. You just some Torx tips in, Nothing crazy. That's one thing I will say about the kit is that it didn't form very well to it just setting it on there, but once you line the holes up and you actually start sucking it down and pulling it into position, I'll probably leave it out in the sun for a day and it'll probably fit even better, but it fits pretty damn good. I mean, especially for the cost. I can't expect that the factory ones would fit much better. I have heard bits and pieces back and forth on their how good they are longevity-wise, but I guess we're going to end up seeing. I guess I'll let you know if they last longer or not. But, I mean, like I said, it's a pretty good seal, fit up. Everything looks nice. It's got like a little gap right there you can see, but I think I might be able to tighten that screw down a little more. So that's the thing, you kind of want to sneak up on tight for this. They have a torque that they recommend, which is like 6 newtons or something like that. Just good and tight. Couple of, you know, tap tap, rat-a-tat-tats. Where was it? Here? Was it that one? Yep. That ain't doing nothing. It's tight. But so like I said, I'll take a little time out in the sun. It'll relax the plastics and it'll look good. So, got that on. This side's coming together, just waiting on one more part over here, and then the rebuild is pretty much done. That's the last panel we need right down there. It looks pretty tough. And realistically, you can't tell anything that there was ever a problem there. Other than the fact, okay, brand new plastic kind of gives it away right there, but that'll wear itself in nicely. But, alright, so that wraps it up, man. Appreciate it. We will catch you on the next one. If this is in the middle, we'll catch you with the next thing we're going to be doing. I don't know, probably go in bits and pieces of a little bit of everything. I don't think the Fenders is enough to do a video by itself, so we'll see. Alright, so it's time for a shop update on the dungeon, which as you can see is quite the mess. The dungeon is, well, it's just coming off of doing some projects. It's not terrible, but it could be better. So you've noticed, I don't know if in some of the videos, that we did upgrade the lighting. So we went to LEDs, daylighters, and I think it's got a nice glow in here. And it makes it to where I can see pretty well. And that covered everything down there. Over here, not so much. We have that one big light in the middle, and then it kind of casts shadows everywhere else. So we're going to go ahead and put in lights just like we have behind us over here. So I took down the big fluorescent over here that made all the noise. And we're going to be adding to and figuring out how to make it all work. It'll be on 2 switches and yada yada whatnot. So, alright, so we put this breaker panel in over here. So we've got a 80 amp breaker feeding these right here, a little sub panel, and then breaks off into 30s and go down. 30s are what I had. I think I'm going to put a couple of 40s in there, or a 40 and a 50. I'm not really sure. I got to figure that out. But for now, it'll work just fine. I don't think any of these loaders have had more than a 30 the whole time they've been running anyhow. So we'll be fine. So, got that set up nice. The table is in its 3rd or 4th spot. But I like this one the most. I think it gives us the most ability to use the whole table. Gets all the way around. It makes getting the car in and out, but you know, if you never finish a project, you never have to move it, right? Just saying. Anyhow, so we're gonna go ahead and not really do much back here for now. This is kind of turned into deep storage back here, and up there is where we work on things. That's where we pull things in and play with them. So that's what I need to work on up there. So I'm going to get the lighting situation fixed up there, and I'll check in with you once you get a little further in. Alright, so lights are all on, and it does pretty well. I kind of dig it. It seems like it is brighter over there to my naked eye than it is over here, but when I do it with the camera, I mean shit, when I do it with the camera it looks the same. So I don't know. What do I know? But yeah, so we cleaned up a little bit. Not a lot, just a little, and got all the lights up. So we're gonna go ahead with that. We're gonna figure out where we're putting this bad boy. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it there, this one or not. We got some more brains and things like that to take down. Some more lights over there. We're moving in slowly, but I'm pretty stoked. The power bank over here, or whatever we want to call this setup, and everything's looking good. Appreciate you guys checking in. We're going to be in the dungeon for, I don't know how long, but however long we're here, it's going to be home. So make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.